Hi there. This is a race review of the Trot 8K. It's a change of setting, I guess, for most race views. Typically, I'm in my car, but I don't have a car in Bahrain. So I'm doing a race review in this little alcove. So the Trot 8K is an 8K at a racetrack, the Bahrain International Circuit, if I'm not mistaken. And so I only found out about this race a few days ago. And I was fortunate enough to sign up for it, and I thought, all right, it's been a while since I've done a competitive race outside of my confines of the naval base that I work at. So I signed up, and I woke up at 7:30 this morning, and I was super tired and just said, go back to sleep, go back to sleep, go back to sleep. And I was just like, no, let's just go through the motions, and then had a split-second decision. It's like, all right, let's go. So I took an Uber down here. I got to the race a clear hour ahead of time. Man, I got lots of wrinkles on my forehead. Got there and to the race a clear hour before time, and I'm just kind of stretching out, just kind of. I had a rough idea of the course beforehand, just the fact it's on a racetrack. So it's like, okay, it should be flat, maybe a few banks, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, I'm just kind of scouting out the competition, just kind of looking. And one guy I spoke to said, "Hey, what are you gonna look to run?" Like 20. He said like 27 minutes. So it's like, okay, and I'll stick right behind you, because my idea was to run at least like 28 minutes. And unfortunately, I did not run that. So as the course, they set you up on the track, and you start at the start-finish line right underneath the the archway that goes over the racetrack. So I started there, and we just go off. Guy who says 27 minutes gets out in front. I settle into second place. There was a guy in third place not too far behind me, and we just go. I'm running a steady pace. The first mile for me was like 5:35, and after that it kind of all went downhill from there. I went out too fast. The pace I originally wanted to do was about 5:50, and I don't think I maintained that because the course, it's on a track, and the track is very hard. So they said, oh, it's a rough running surface. It's like, yeah, it's asphalt. How hard could it be? I haven't run on asphalt that hard. I don't know if I'm just being a little wimp about it, but it just felt harder because I felt like I was getting shin splints as I was running the race. Maybe running in all black wasn't the greatest idea ever, also, but so the first mile was 5:35, and the course goes along the course. They cut off some parts of it, so there's roughly maybe 4 straightaways and then like 4 turns, so it's like a quarter mile for the turn, and then the straightaways are like 0.4 miles or something like that, maybe half a mile. Let me just go through my splits real quick. So I'm surprised at the overall time. I thought it was dying out there. The second mile was 5:38, and that was right before we went underneath the archway again. And at that point, I realized the race was going to be short. So it was just like, okay, you just got to survive, because I still had a big lead on third place, and first place was just way the hell out there. I was just like, okay, you're in second. And so I started to get hot. I started to get tired. I thought about stopping. I thought about walking. I thought about DNFing. It's just like, you just got to keep going. And, because the funny thing was, there's little inclines. The race cars don't notice it, but a runner on the racetrack certainly notices it. So I ended up, third mile was approximately 5:57, and the fourth mile was 5:58. I thought it was going a lot slower than that. I felt my legs were just like cramping up, and I just thought, this sucks. This really does suck. And I was able to speed up to finish. I ended up running 25:14, 4.38 miles. So it was shorter than the 8K, the advertised distance, and 5:46 overall pace, which I'm pretty surprised about. the guy who finished third was pretty close behind me. If it was the official distance, I think he would have got me, maybe. I mean, because I don't know how much longer I could have maintained that lead. Yeah, I'd have to see what his time was, like the distance between us in overall seconds. But second place overall, first place guy, you know, I congratulated him. It was a tough race. It was a difficult race, and this is my first race outside. So my overall rating of the race is, it's not the advertised distance. It's on a difficult surface. It's, you know, it's supporting the kids and all that, so that's good. It's a big charity race. They got a walkathon going on. And now I'm just kind of waiting until the award ceremony, because the race starts at 9, and then the award ceremony is at like 12:30. So it's like 3 hours. So I'm just kind of stuck here. So I don't know. It's nice. It's nice. I'm glad I did a race outside of town and not on the naval base. But it could be better. It could be an 8K. So I mean, as much as they want us to run on the track and start at the start-finish line, if you started us half a mile back and then had us run through, or run through the finish line and then come down on the pit lane, because that's where the garages are and stuff, you would be able to get the 8K, or just make it a 7K. I don't know, but that's kind of a downside. It's like anybody with a GPS watch could measure it out. So yeah, not exactly my best race, but I mean, I ran it and I got second, so I'm happy I got that, which is nice. But yeah, that's it. I mean, if you're thinking about doing this race in the future, just know it's a tough surface. It looks tougher than advertised. And maybe don't wear all black like I did, because you look cool, but you might overheat. A little bit of that too. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I'm just waiting until I get my trophy and all that jazz. But that's it. Bye.